There's the
And then
official ones.
9/18, we already approved these, I think,
Great.
maybe not. Did they actually approve those at a meeting, or they did it?
They did not.
They did not.
Okay.
So we can't have dates.
So I'm just gonna add that one.
Is there a date previous to this that they're all approved before? Or?
You haven't been approving them previously, and we ran into two
I
situations.
know, we needed to.
Yeah.
But is there like a way that we can,
Go back.
like say,
Hmm.
no,
I mean,
we
I've
start
already
here?
posted them, yeah. I just started from certain,
Just decide
yeah.
that. And move forward.
Do we all have our mics on? It's already 6 o'clock.
Ready, I'm on.
All right. It is 6 o'clock here in the town of Lee on Monday, November 13th. I am calling the meeting to order. Are there any public comments? They're limited to 3 minutes. Yes,
I have a question.
come on up. State your name and address.
Chris Regan, 19 Earl Drive. I'm, after being here for 3 years, still trying to figure out how the property tax and all of that work in terms of, I'll say, I looked it up again today, and it said the fiscal year, which I think is kind of normal, is July through June,
Mhm.
but it said that the property tax year is April to March. It doesn't coincide.
Right, it doesn't. The
Okay.
budget is on the fiscal year, and the tax year is on the calendar year.
Calendar year, the tax year, April to March. Not like June, yeah, but anyway,
A different calendar, not the one you have to hang on
The
the wall.
town meeting calendar year.
The town meeting.
so the first payment is made in July on the new fiscal year, but it's based on 50% of the prior year's.
It's only 50% of that current year. And then
year
they-
that just
at-
basically.
So whatever
ended.
you own on April 1st is what you're paying taxes on in
Okay.
July. And that is an estimate of what this year will be. So it's just an estimate. Then the second part is the true tax.
The final payment,
Yes.
Yeah.
And that is the second part, which is usually due in December,
right,
which is coming up. And that's the tax rate for the whole,
that
For the whole year.
finalizes the
yes.
tax rate, the tax payment for the
Yes.
year that just
Yes,
ended.
and so then you subtract the estimate that you paid, you'll have a whole tax that you
Mhm.
owe, you've already paid this much,
Mhm.
that goes towards it, and then you pay the balance.
Okay. And so on a year that there wasn't a revaluation, the impact of that difference is probably not as drastic as when you have the reval. Because when the reval happened, you know, our whole neighborhood, we went up a lot, our whole neighborhood, I looked it up, was huge increases.
Yeah.
But that probably only happens on every 5th year, probably.
How many years?
Is that how?
Every 5 years,
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
Just be aware that your assessment might go up, but the rate will go down. It's based on how much.
Your
you have
actual
to-
dollars
Yeah.
went up, right?
What's that?
You're saying your actual dollars went up, or just your assessment went up?
Oh, our actual.
Your actual, yeah, some
Yeah.
neighborhoods actually
It
went up,
went
some
up.
went down.
Yeah, ours went up.
Yeah.
I've forgotten the percentage, it seems like it was
Wow.
maybe 80%, it was huge.
Oh, my gosh.
Because it had been assessed so low,
Mhm.
For so long.
Yeah.
you know.
The average was 50 some odd percent. It went up.
53%, I'm gonna say.
Yeah, so the average, some went up more, some went up less.
And if you went up a larger percent than the average assessment, then you saw a bigger increase in your taxes. Where if your assessment went up, but went less than the average, you probably saw an overall decrease in your taxes.
Correct.
Yeah. I think I was told that because the type of house we have was the house that was sold more, and so the values went so up,
Yeah.
so far up, that's why all of them went up so high,
It
but
is market valuations.
I think I got it. I may not ask this again.
Sorry, it's not good news.
Thank
No,
you.
no, if you're asking it, that means somebody may be watching.
Yeah,
asking.
we appreciate you asking, and also make sure we're on our toes. So
And just be aware, we're supposed to set the tax rate tonight, but
Yeah.
we're not.
That's why I came and I
She
heard.
was
When the tax
excited.
bill- When the
Yeah.
tax bills go out, we have to give you at least 30 days, so it's not gonna be due until later part of December now. That's the
Okay.
first part, so you can get a couple of pennies or dollars interest on that money
Go
and
look
keep it
for
in your
pennies.
account or
Who
something.
doesn't love a good post-holiday tax bill?
I'm hoping that our Department of Revenue person clears this by Tuesday or Wednesday, she
We
has
do
to
it on
finalize
Thursday.
her review, and we would have the ability to do this on Thursday at the budget committee meeting. Okay. I sent her regular emails.
Great. See if we can-
That said, even though we couldn't set the tax rate,
Mhm.
I did not call Katrin and ask to cancel the meeting because we had three pieces of paperwork, one of which is particularly important, the certificate of authority, giving Katrin the authority to accept money on behalf of the town for the Chelsea Brook project. And this is the second tier of money that we got. I believe it was about $183,000. It was from state and county ARPA funding that DRS orchestrated. And they wanted this last Wednesday, and
And I don't, we need to vote on it, it's just a signature.
no,
page.
you've actually made the motion to do this
Right.
previously, and you made the motion to authorize Katrin to
But they
have
can sign
authority.
here too, right?
Yep,
Okay,
and they absolutely should.
all right, and this is the 13th day, okay.
And I have the copy of the MS 535 that was submitted as part of our audit to DRA, which DRA is now reviewing, but requires the select board's signature.
And so we can't set the tax rate till they've officially finished reviewing that.
I can't set it until our Department of Revenue Administration representative approves our revenues and approves the 535.
Can we go ahead and ask questions though? I know
I was
some
gonna say,
people
can we
have some
discuss it?
questions.
So we
Yeah,
like-
I think that would be wise.
Actively strike here.
Gives us more time to answer questions.
I don't have any of the, I haven't received the range and the final numbers that we can use on the tax rate from DRA yet, so
All right.
I'm not going to be of a lot of use, but.
Do we have some questions that are possible to answer, we can get answers for next time?
Yes, I do.
Go for it, that's what I thought.
So, so, first off, on page number 2, remind me why Highways and Streets Administration is up so much, over almost $100,000 from what we estimated or what was appropriated?
It's not because we used like money from other things and that doesn't.
Well, that's why I'm asking the question.
Oh,
Yeah, I'm going to have to,
Well, how about if you write them down and then we can talk about them?
Yeah,
also?
that's why it's a great time to do
Yep,
this.
yep. So that's number 1. Number 2 is in welfare administration.
yep,
Did we spend actually all that money? I thought we were spending almost next to nothing.
No, we're now spending it.
we spent a fair amount on rent, and I know one of the questions that came up last time that I have for the budget committee meeting too, the last budget that I gave you showed that we had paid the welfare director a little over $6,800, when in fact she has a contract for $5,000 a year, and that was because an $1,800 rent payment had been one digit off and was applied in her line.
Okay.
Oh, okay. But we fixed it.
Yes,
Okay, great.
so highways,
And if I'm reading this correctly, we're, I'm not sure how this ties out. It's showing that we're $199,877 in terms of the difference
Which page you on for?
on page
Difference,
9.
last page. Okay. Or second last.
And then when I get down to the change in the fund balance, it's $82,000, a little less. So if we're off 199,000, how did it change to 82 only? And the last thing is a general question. So according to this, our ending fund balance is almost 2.2 million. So maybe we can have a discussion about how much of that we'd like to put against the tax rate, if any.
yep, and DRA will give me a ratio recommendation that they'd like to see you stay within too.
Yep.
I will have the answers to those questions for
Great.
Thursday.
So at least we have that. Did you have any more?
I also have the manifest, if you're still sending things.
If we're feeling that those like ends? All right. Should I go ahead and Move to approve the meeting minutes. So while we're signing, I move to approve the select board minutes from 9/18/23 and 10/16/23. I have them right here if you want to look at them.
Well, the 16th one, I wasn't there, so I don't know.
I've been learning that you don't have to abstain, you just have to vote yea or nay based on reading them. Because you're approving the minutes, not saying that you read it.
You're supposed to be in the little space.
Oh, I thought we were just adding, like giving extra spaces.
No,
I thought we were double
that's okay.
spacing it.
Do we want to have a second and a vote? Do we second already?
Second.
Great, any discussion? No, all in favor? Aye.
I abstain.
From both of them?
Oh, well,
You
you
don't
lumped
have
it
to be
together.
present to accept
I know, I just said that. like
Okay,
three
I'll
times.
accept them, but I don't know if they're correct because I wasn't here, so I don't know.
You don't see anything that's wrong with them? What year?
Denise didn't write aliens came down and abducted Katrin.
Well, I can look for the classic Denise error in terms of when she says, all in favor, and then I say no.
I explained that.
Yeah,
did what?
I did.
I explained that to you.
You explained it. You have a lot of explaining to do.
I was gonna say,
Jeez.
please, let's do it, I'm also the
Yeah. So,
This one. Yep.
Mr. Bugby, what's your final,
I'm sorry?
what's your final vote on the minutes?
I abstain.
Okay, from both of them.
Yes, I abstain from
Great,
both.
so that's a
Just so
yay.
she can't say all in
Passes.
favor.
Motion passes.
But you signed one, but you're not signing the other?
He's just having a minute today. Let's let him have his
Oh, there
minute.
was two?
Yeah, I said that, 2 dates.
Oh, sorry.
That's why I said for both, and you
9/18
said
and
yes for both.
10/16.
The vote is passed, it is moved, motion passes.
Abstain from all of them.
That's your choice. We gave you opportunities. Okay, what else do we need to discuss?
I had nothing else. I hope to be spending a good long time
Discussing this tax rate.
discussing the tax rate and broadcasting on the wall. And
Do you know what time the New Hampshire Municipal Association ends? Is it 3 on the second day?
I believe it does.
I should be here in time for the ABC.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm going to.
Yay, you get
I
to,
think Karen is going to replace Denise and be
Aw.
for Wednesday. And,
but Denise loves going. Do you get to go on Thursday instead? You're like, no.
I don't know.
I don't, I guess I dropped.
Is Karen gonna
No,
get
yeah,
you
sent-
your favorite bag of fun from the conference?
I just
Tchotchkes.
decided I needed to.
I know, I get
It
it.
shouldn't really want to be seen in public with the town administrator. So
Wow.
He's a bad boy.
I think this is no longer a helpful or useful meeting, so I
Oh,
will.
I have one
Go
thing.
ahead.
Something has been brought to my attention.
Okay.
The signs that we're working with the Little River Advisory Committee for the boat landing on Lovely Falls, the grant has to come to the town because the town owns the building.
Okay.
So I just wanted the town to be aware of that. The Historical Society meets tomorrow night. I finished the grant application. It looks okay according to them, but they need to, sign off on it. So what would happen, as long as the board's amenable, they will issue a check to the town for half of the amount. Right at the moment, the total is $4,100.
Okay.
So the town would get a check for $2,050. There will be expenses incurred, so at some point, the town has to float the money, and then when we submit all the expenses, they'll pay us the, whatever the remaining is. If it's $4,100, it will be the $2,050. If it's less, so I just wanted the town to be aware of that.
Okay.
There'll be 2 signs, 24 by 36 inches.
Okay.
One of the panels will depict Native American presence at the particular site. We've been working with the museum in, no, I think is it Sutton? Wherever it is up north there.
Kearsarge.
Yeah, Kearsarge, yeah.
Museum in-
I don't remember what town it's in. And also with Ann Jennison.
I was gonna say, are we working with any people that are indigenous? Okay, good. That's
Okay.
helpful.
So that will be one plaque, and the second plaque will be the colonial period and up till today.
Okay.
So I just wanted the town to be aware of that, because before it was going to the Historical Society. But the thing is, it's a town property, so they can't give a grant to somebody who doesn't own the land that it's gonna be on.
Fair.
So just so as the town's aware of that particular thing. So that was a change from the last time that Phyllis came and presented.
Great.
Okay.
I talked a long time ago about a possible mural on the garage doors of the, what are we calling it? Tramp shed, hobo shed? What is the correct term?
It's the tool shed with
Tool
trash.
shed with trash,
That's
there you
the
go.
official-
Have we heard anything, or have we heard thoughts about
I
it?
don't know it. I don't
Because
know
it's
that.
something that I know we talked to Dan about possibly working on. She was excited about the idea, and then I don't know what we need to do next, if we need to look into the cost to.
I thought you weren't you gonna look at a grant that
Yep.
that we got money for, okay.
Yeah, I just wanted to make sure before, like, we wanted to do that. I just want to make sure everyone is on board, and then we have, okay.
And this is to do what?
Some kind of
Murals
mural.
on garage doors on the hobo shed.
Well, I think our thought
Oh,
was that
murals.
that the grant would also pay to paint the whole building, including.
It would be helpful. We just need to know a little bit more about the cost before Grant will accept it.
Yeah, you'd have to find out an artist that would do it.
Correct.
And they would have to give you a price to do that particular thing, so.
Right.
I spoke, and this was before you mentioned that, we were talking about another project, I don't recall exactly which one, but I spoke with the art director in Rochester.
Oh, great.
Probably 8 months ago. And unfortunately, his explanation to me wouldn't help us get the building painted.
Right.
They've done a number of murals in Rochester on mortar, on wood, and on asphalt, and he had given me the name of a company that essentially the artist can create their art, and I forget, it's not CAD, but similar software.
Oh, okay.
Put it on the software, and they can make very durable, fade-resistant
A wrap.
coverings, essentially a wrap, but they
Yeah.
make very specific wraps for brick walls, for wooden walls, for metal, for pavement.
Work on something that moves like a garage door?
It would, I believe.
Okay.
They put out a number of things, but
That'd be great.
he said it greatly reduced the cost of hiring. He said, we hired a mural artist who did, a mural in very
Yeah.
high definition and placed it on this, as opposed to having an
Yeah.
artist here for 3 months working on the side of a building. And
Yeah, that's a great option. Okay. All right, so maybe something we can continue to look into. I just want to make sure we are on the same page before I stormed off on my own.
And I don't know if you caught it, but in the newspaper, Waste Management got approved for their third stage, I think it's the third stage or
Yeah,
fourth stage.
Rochester.
So that bodes well for us in terms of dumping up there, so transfer stuff up there. Because the contract we have goes only for 9 years, which goes up until their current, well, previous to getting approved, their current date. So that will give us some extra time, hopefully.
Hopefully we can start to reduce our trash instead of
Yep.
increasing it. Perfect. All right, anything else? No, well, I think we'll see each other on Thursday, so I move to adjourn.
Second.
All in favor?
Yes.
Motion passes. Hi, nice to see you.
Hi, Chris.
I hope you continue to feel okay. Rebecca.
Keep us going.
I got a question for you.